I praise you because I am cheerfully and wonderfully made.
Your works are wonderful.
I know that full well.
I can't imagine life without Ben, actually. The fact that people with Down syndrome have an extra chromosome, I think God put something extra in those people, because Ben, he is so forgiving and just, I don't know, he doesn't see people the way we see people. He sees everybody kind of on the same playing field.
You look at someone with a disability, you see their disability, and that really bothers me because we just see Micah as a person. And we don't really, we're not being blind to Down syndrome, but it's like that's not who he is, who defines him.
The secret garden isn't easy to find.
So Elwyn is 7 years old, and she goes to the Elizabeth N. Clune Montessori School. She's in a normal classroom, and her teachers have actually thanked us for allowing her to go to the school. Ever since she's been 1 month old, she's had these wonderful therapists in her life from the Francisco Racker Center, and they've helped her to be able to talk and develop normally, be able to play on a playground with her friends.
Yeah, brings a lot of joy to everybody he seems to interact with, which is kind of nice because it's a good example for the rest of us to be that friendly and joyful.
Micah's brought a degree of hilarity into our family. We'll find him out in the yard, with his arms up, his head down, praying and saying, God, God, and he's trying to figure out, he's very spiritually oriented, trying to figure out where God is and who God is and what he's doing. And
if you want to learn how to worship the Lord, you kind of want to hang out with Ben, because he'll usually bring a stack of CDs and play them in your car as you drive along. And you might catch him singing with his earphones on and worshiping the Lord, and it's just, he kind of has a focus.
Masco is Sony Cortland.
Sony Cortland?
Yeah, it's big.
Timmy is a joy. He is a wonderful little boy. He brings hugs and love and so much color into our lives. The best I can describe it is our family was a black and white photo, and Timmy made it a color photo. Here's a picture that I did not actually intend to ever show. I almost threw it away, except my sister said it spoke volumes and I should keep it, and now I'm going public with it. Someone in the hospital room took a picture very shortly after we'd heard the news that Timmy had Down syndrome. As you can see, it was a very hard moment in life. It's not the words we wanted to hear, it wasn't words we expected to hear. But looking back now, I can show this picture because life is very different than the fear and the disappointment I had at that moment. Timmy is a wonderful, loving boy who has brought so much to the world around him, including our family.
At first, it was really hard because it sounds awful to say, but there was almost a rejection in my heart toward my baby. And that was like the darkest moment ever. As the week went on, Ben's life became in jeopardy because he was stopping breathing. So when that happened, my whole attitude, because I spent a lot of those days crying and praying and really processing it and reading the Word a lot. But when Ben's life was in jeopardy, it was just like, I just totally eliminated anything like that kind of thinking, and just the mama bear in me rose up to fight for my son.
Sometimes challenges are the things that teach you the most in life, and they certainly have made me who I am today. And I think in a lot of ways she's saved me because she's given me this joy and this gratitude for every day that I never would have stopped to take time to really appreciate before.
Being Ben's dad has been a wonderful adventure. When he was born 18 years ago, I thought that this was just going to be a hard, difficult road because of that he was born with Down syndrome, and it actually has turned out to be one of the greatest blessings in my life, and I've also seen it bless countless other people. He had 100 people at his first birthday party.
About 11 years ago, Fred and I started a Down syndrome support group in this area because we wanted to be able to tell people this is not a bad thing, this is a blessing. I think a lot of the reason people struggle is out of ignorance because they haven't been around people with Down syndrome or other disabilities.
That was my case, yeah. You know, the lie is in our culture that everyone has to be perfect and beautiful. And I guess I realized how much I had bought into that lie. But God used it to process me and change me and change my heart and expand my heart to not only love Ben, but to love people. Not just to tolerate and take care of these folks who need a little more help than others perhaps, but to see that they enhance our lives. They are a blessing.
What do we like to do for fun?
Play games with you.
Oh. Does everyone play Go Fish sometimes?
Yes,
Who wins?
me.
Perfect children still cause us pain. I think of Mary, who had the perfect child. She still lost God's son when he was 12. Until the third day, she didn't know where he was. Talk about pain and suffering. Then when he suffered and died, he had the extreme bullying going on. He was tortured, and she watched it and was there for it. So becoming a parent, whether your child has special needs or whether your child is the perfect son of God, it comes with pain. That's part of the package. But it also comes with such joy and blessings and pleasure, and we can't lose sight of that.
So for a woman who's pregnant with a child with Down syndrome, who has that diagnosis ahead of time, I think, it's really a gift to know and, just to prepare your heart for, this amazing gift that you're going to have in your life. Someone who loves you unconditionally, someone who is going to be their own person like no one else. I would say it's just been one of the biggest blessings in our lives to have Elwyn, and I know that it will be for anyone who opens their heart to life with a child with Down syndrome.
What I would say, and I have said to women, when I find out somebody has had a baby with Down syndrome, and I've called them and I've said, congratulations, I've a child with Down syndrome too, and at first it seemed like a hard thing, but I want you to know that it's the greatest blessing. It's such a great blessing, and I can't imagine my life or our lives without our son.
Your child is going to bring you joy. There's a specialness that is going to become apparent to you very quickly. It won't take long. And don't give in to the fear and the fear of other people. Just know that you have a child, a gift that will bring smiles to many faces.
One of the scriptures the Lord gave me when Ben was born was this story about when a man was born blind, and people came and said, did this happen because his parents sinned? Or, I forget the other scenario, but Jesus said, no, this happened so that you may see the glory of God. And that's what I feel about Ben.
Jesus saved me from bad and evil.
Who is Jesus? Jesus is, well, all is God. And he died on the cross. He saved my life all the years.
Because I am cheerfully
And wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful.
I know it
For well.